Hi everyone, welcome to Ball Mastery. I know you were expecting Paul and you probably weren't expecting me, but you get me tonight. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get into a warm-up and then we will go right into Ball Mastery. So make sure that you have a soccer ball with you and a water bottle available as well, and we'll get started. All right, let's go. All right, so we're on our feet. First thing, for about 3 minutes, we're just gonna get warmed up. All right, so we're gonna jog in place, just whatever room you have. Remember, if you don't have much space, you can just jog right here. I'm a little sore today. I did a workout with the 2007 PDP girls yesterday, and it was a tough one. So take it easy on me tonight. I'll do my best. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna do butt kicks. Get those heels back. Try to hit your butt. You can either hold your hands back here, or they can just be up by your side. Again, we can go in place, or just right here. All right, now we're gonna go into walking knee hugs. So get it nice and high. We'll test your balance. Good work, good work. Keep going. Definitely need the stretch. All right, now we're gonna stretch out those hips. We're gonna open the gate. Again, nice and big. Get that knee up and around. Making a full circle. And we're gonna close the gate. Remember, you just wanna find a bit of a rhythm. A few steps in between. Good work, good work. All right, now we're gonna go into leg kicks. Opposite hand to opposite foot. Again, a little bit across the body. And last thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna do some cross-country skiing. So again, opposite hand, opposite foot. We're just switching back and forth. Really pumping those arms. Sliding those feet back and forth. Keep going, come on. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Gonna have a really quick water break, and then we're gonna get into ball mastery. Let's go.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all, impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good. for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
All right, I hope you are warmed up and we are ready to get into ball mastery. So grab your soccer ball and let's go. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is pull push with our instep. So we'll start with our right foot, and all you're gonna do, you're gonna pull it in, push it forward, pull it in, push it forward. All right, just one foot. Again, if you want the hop, okay, we do a little hop with it. Again, if you don't, you're not quite there yet, just pull and push. This one requires some balance on that standing foot. All right, so again, the choice is yours. Let's go. So again, little hop if you want. If you're not there yet, again, pass it out with the instep. All right, you can either keep that leg up, again, requires quite a bit of balance, or you simply push forward, pull back, push forward, pull back. And with this one, less balance, and you just have a few steps in between. All right, we're gonna switch to our left foot now. Same thing, just left foot. Again, those two options are, okay, with the little hop, or if you want, all right, the balance, or if you don't feel like your balance is there today, simply push forward, pull back, push forward, pull back. And this way, you're taking a few steps in between. All right, let's go. Again, we got three options. The choice is yours. You can always try all three. Here we are, just balancing. Let's go, come on, we got 20 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, good work, I love that. So the next one we're going to go into is the V-cut. So for this one, you're gonna pull across your body and you're gonna push to the other side. Pull across, push with the instep to the other side. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. All right, that one again, you can do it nice and slow, or you can add a bit of a hop, all right, and speed it up. All right, let's go. If you do the hop, it's a bit of a side hop. You gotta adjust your feet, facing one way, facing the other way. Or we're just walking through it. Again, there is no right way to do this. We are all at a different level. All right, just decide what level you are at right now. Keep it up, keep it up. 10 seconds left. All right, here we go. So this time very similar, but you're gonna use the outside of your foot. So you're gonna pull across, use the outside of your foot instead of the inside. Again, pull across, outside of the foot, pull across, outside, cross, outside. We're still making that V, All right, we're just using the outside of our foot instead of the inside. All right, let's do it. We just want to get into a little bit of a rhythm, whether we're doing it slowly or if we have the little hop in it and are trying to do it a little bit faster. If you're older or more experienced, you should be doing it way faster than me. All right. If you're younger, maybe you've never done this before, slow it down. All right. I'm already heavy breathing. Hopefully you're in better shape than I am. So for this one, we're gonna pull back and we're gonna push it across. Pull back, push it across. Pull back, push it across. All right, it's almost like you're making a crazy 8 in the ground, sideways. Okay, so again, I pull back, push to my other foot. Pull back, push to my other foot. All right, and go. Pull back, push, pull back, push, pull back, push. All right, this is with a little hop. Remember that push is diagonal to the other foot. Or if we don't want the hop yet, simply balance. All right, pull and push. Good work, good work. Keep it up. Remember, all right, if this is the first time you're doing these things, nice and slow, quality over speed. Okay, the last one that we're gonna do until we get a water break is pull push, but we're gonna use the laces rather than the inside. Okay, and we're gonna alternate back and forth. So if I pull and push with my right, then I'm gonna pull and push with my left. Pull and push, pull and push, pull and push. All right, so again, from the side, you're pulling back and then with your laces pushing forward. Okay, this is gonna help your technique when you're striking the ball with your laces. If you wanna just do one side for 22.5 seconds, just do one side, work on your balance, and then halfway we'll switch. All right, let's go. So I chose my right foot. I'm gonna balance for this one. All right, I'm just working on the connection with my laces. If you lose balance, no worries. Just get it again and try again. Remember, the other option, all right, is just going back and forth. Okay, so we're gonna send it with our laces to our alternating foot. All right, so the option is yours. If you did your right foot, you can do your left foot. Again, you're just pulling back and pushing with that left. All right, work on pointing your toe. All right, good work. Woo! Well, I'm already sweating. Woo, we're working hard. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little break, mostly because I need the break, but I'm sure you want some water as well. So take a break and then we'll get back into it.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, And the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat. For good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
Okay, we're gonna get right back into it. We got 6 exercises before your next water break, so you can count down the time. And yeah, just hopefully you got a little break, a little sip of water, and let's go. All right, so for this one, we're just gonna do outside of the foot touches, okay? So little touches with the outside of your foot. All right, every step is a touch. And then we go in the opposite direction, opposite foot. If you don't have a ton of space, simply maybe little touches. All right, turn around, little touches. All right, you don't need a lot of space. So 45 seconds and go. Remember, every step is a touch. We're using the outside of our foot. We're using our left and our right. Remember, if this is the first time using the outside, you don't need to crank your foot completely across. All right, just a little bit of an angle will work. Don't turn your foot like this. All right, 10 seconds. And time. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, same thing, just inside of the foot touches. So again, we're not taking a big touch and running. We're not running with the ball, we're dribbling. Okay, so again, little touches. If you want, you can just use 1 foot there, 1 foot back, or you can do 2 with one, 2 with the other, 2 with one, 2 with the other. Okay, so you can go back and forth. 45 seconds and go. If you're doing 2 and 2, it should be a zigzag. If you're doing 1 all the way across, almost a straight line. You bend those knees a little, it'll help you. And you kind of want to cut down on the ball, start high, and then come down and go low. Go, we got 10 seconds, push it, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Let's go. And time. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, we normally do inside, outside. I've talked about that before. This one we're gonna do inside, inside, outside, outside. The only difference, 2 touches inside, 2 touches outside. 2 touches inside, 2 touches outside. So again, we are zigzagging. Okay, so nice and slow, 45 seconds. Let's go. We go 2, and then 2. We go 2, and then we go 2. 2, 2. Again, you can do this walking, all right? If you're new to this, just get in the rhythm of 2 with the inside, all right, 2 with the outside, 2 with the inside, 2 with the outside. Again, from this angle, we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh. And the ball might get away, that's okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It can be challenging. That's okay, I want to challenge. Okay, now for this one, we're gonna do it, but you're just gonna use your right foot to start. Halfway through, switch to your left. Okay, so just with your right, 2 touches with the inside, 2 touches with the outside. 2 with the inside, 2 with the outside. All right, and go. So 2. Again, 2 with the inside, 2 with the outside. All right, so 2, and 2, and 2, and 2. Just a little zigzag, we're just using our one foot. Keep going. All right, we can switch to that left foot now. So again, 2, in, 2, out, 2, in, 2, out, 2, in, 2, out. Go 5 seconds. All right, for this one, we're gonna start using the sole of our foot. We're gonna drag across our body. All right, so all we're gonna do, we're just gonna drag and stop, drag and stop, drag, stop, drag, stop. That I'm doing it forward. You can also just do it in place. Drag, stop, drag, stop. So whatever space you have is what you should use. Let's go. When you stop it, just use the inside of your foot. Drag, stop, drag, stop. You can get in the habit of telling yourself, drag, stop. At least that's what I do to get it. Drag, stop, drag, stop, drag, stop, drag, stop. Keep going, you got 10 seconds. Come on, push it. Can you go a little bit faster if you've got it? Okay, so this is the last exercise until we get another water break. And for this one, we're gonna drag stop, but we're gonna go backwards. So your drag is gonna look a bit different. This time when you drag, you're actually gonna use closer to your toe. So just on the bottom of your foot, all right? And we're gonna drag back and stop, and then drag back, stop, drag back, stop. All right, so this one is still a zigzag, but we are going backwards. Okay, you can turn around and keep going, or you can just dribble forwards, all right, and go again, drag, stop, drag, stop, drag, stop. Okay, let's go. Remember, we drag and then stop with the inside. We got 20 seconds. Keep going, bend those knees a little bit. Athletic position. Keep working, little drag back, zigzag. Got 10 seconds. Whew. All right, I hope your heart is pumping. I hope that you are sweating a little bit and that you actually need a water break right now. So I'm gonna give you a short break and then we'll get back to our last round of exercises. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, and we are back for the last round of exercises. We have 6 exercises, and then you are free to go and enjoy the rest of your night. All right, we're hoping that soccer is going to be back soon, so we got to get our touches, so we're ready. Okay, so for this one, all we're going to do, still using that sole of our foot, bottom of our foot, we're going to roll across, and we're just going to stop with the outside of our foot. Okay, so I'm going to roll and stop with the outside, roll and stop with the outside. Okay, we just want to get comfortable using that outside of our foot and using the sole of our foot. So 45 seconds and go. Again, we're rolling across our body. We got 30 seconds left. All right, if you're one of our older players or more experienced players, all right, you've got to really roll and stop, really roll and stop. All right, we want to over accentuate. All right, if younger, a little less experienced, all right, take it easy, roll, stop. Just get used to using that outside of your foot. Whew, okay, so for this one, we're gonna roll again across our body, but this time we're gonna go back in the same direction with the outside of our foot. So rather than roll and stop, we're actually gonna roll and then push with the outside of our foot. So again, we're gonna roll and then push. Okay, so roll across and push. If you wanna do it slow, we're gonna roll and push. Roll and push. Okay, so we'll just do our right foot for now. Halfway through, we'll switch. Okay, let's go. So again, you're just rolling across your body. All right, and then pushing with the outside of your foot. When you push with the outside, ideally a little bit forward, so at an angle. Okay, if you don't have a ton of space, just do one, okay, and then bring it back. If you're gonna beat a defender, you could use this one. You could drag it across and push. All right, we're gonna do this one a little bit longer because I didn't even do left foot, all right? If you did your foot, do it, okay? So we're gonna go a little bit longer, another 45 seconds on this one, and go. So again, left foot now, roll across your body, and then outside of the foot, pushing it back to that same direction. Why we want to do this? I could fake a defender this way, and then I could go the other way. So again, want to bend your knee, lean, bend that, dip that shoulder. All right, that'll fake the defender, and then we push the other way. Go, we got 10 seconds. Go, 5 seconds, get a few more in. All right, that's time. So for this one, you're gonna make a U with the ball, okay? So if we start with our right foot, we're gonna roll towards us. Then we're gonna pass it across, pass it forward, roll back. Pass across, pass forward, roll back. Pass across, pass forward, roll back. Okay, so with the ball, you're making kind of a U with sharp edges on the ground. Okay, let's go. So roll back, pass across, pass forward, and drag back. And again, you can do this nice and slow. All right, if you want to challenge yourself, feel like this is a piece of cake, all right, speed it up. All right, we're more than halfway done. All right, we like to do this, use both feet, use multiple surfaces. All right. So the next one. All right, we're gonna work on controlling the ball from the air. You can put the ball in your hands. All you're gonna do, just gonna throw it up or drop it, whatever you prefer, and you're just gonna trap it with your laces. Okay, so again, we throw it up, and we just wanna bring it down with our laces. Okay, the secret for this one is cushioning the ball. So again, the analogy I always use, pretend this is an egg. We don't wanna smash it. We want to be nice and we want to cushion it. All right, with our foot, we meet it and we cushion. Okay, 45 seconds. Practice with both feet and go. Try not to break anything. I don't want to be responsible for anything breaking in your house. All right. Again, you don't even have to throw it up. You can just have it in front of you and simply drop it. The higher you throw it, the harder it's gonna be to control it. Throw it all the way up, okay, versus right here and just dropping. If you don't hear anything, that's good. That means you have mastered the art of controlling with your laces. Okay. Last one of the day, or of the night, I suppose, is going to be juggling. If you are a master juggler, just go ahead, juggle. If you are learning, we're gonna do this. You're just gonna drop it and just try and kick it back up to your hands. And you're gonna use both feet, okay? We just wanna get used to dropping and kicking. All right, if you get really good at that, can we let it bounce? Let it bounce, let it bounce, let it bounce. Okay, see how many you can get like that. Okay, last 45 seconds. Let's do it, go. Don't kick it too far. You wanna keep it nice and close to your body. Okay, that's the most important thing because you can actually keep control of it. The closer you keep it to you, the farther it is from your opposition. Another thing, you can just let it bounce once, kick it up, bounce once, kick it up. All right, it's up to you. Those master jugglers out there, can you beat your record? If you're at 50, get 51. If you're at 100, get 101. You are, or should be, your biggest competitor. Okay. All right, I'm tired, that's for sure. I hope you are too. I hope you got a sweat on. I hope that you enjoyed it. All right, I can't wait to see all of you back on the field soon, hopefully. All right, that is my wish. I miss all of you, and I just hope you have a good night. See you again soon. Bye.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Gaffer's Roundtable. To my immediate left is Coach David McCarthy, and a little farther to my left is Coach Paul Hamilton. Looking forward to another enjoyable afternoon of questions and answers. We'll start off having some fun. Dave, if you could invite anyone from football, past or present, to be a contributor to the Gaffer's Roundtable for a day, who would it be and why?
I think I would have to pick someone that I would have a serious question for, which is I would pick Dimitri Payet. And the reason I would want to share with Dimitri Payet about how his ability with the ball and the things that he did as a member of West Ham United for the seasons that he was with us helped my son really fall in love with West Ham United and football. And the other question would be, why did you leave us? Why did you desert us? We miss you and we want you back.
Everyone watching that watched last week's would know that Dave would somehow make it about West Ham United. Well done, Hammers. Paul?
Just to comment on Dave, you know why he left? Because he saw that ship sinking.
No, that's not the reason he left. We were actually doing well, like when he was there. Just saying.
What's well?
Well, mid-table obscurity is well for me.
Staying up in the Prem is well.
Avoiding the drop. Avoiding the drop.
No, mid-table obscurity. I'm good with that.
Wasn't good for Mr. Payet, though.
Apparently not.
Hammy?
Probably George Best, to be honest. I feel like I like hearing stories, and I'm assuming, and I'm almost positive that he would have some really funny stories to tell about all the shenanigans he got up to, but also the good football that he was a part of for a brief period of time. Yeah, George Best. That'd be a good one.
I think it'd be a great one.
Yeah. What about you, Kev?
I'll go with the cliche, Sir Alex. I think that would be a good laugh. He has one foot in the classroom and one foot in the pub. So I think the banter would be great. The lessons to be learned would be wonderful. And he's from the same neck of the woods in Glasgow that my mom was from.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, gentlemen. Now we're going to get into some more serious questions. That doesn't mean that we can't have a few laughs at each other's expense. Paul, if you could add any tool to your coaching toolbox, what would it be?
I think the ability to use technology a bit more. I know the club has invested in pieces of equipment that will enable us to do things like that. We have Huddle. We just got a new VO camera that records games and tracks the ball all over the field. So being able to use some of that stuff to break down how the teams that I coach are playing, I think that's something that I need to work on over the next little bit.
it's a real young person's answer.
It is, Dave. Give us an old person's answer.
I think the simplest tool that I would want to add to my toolbox is something that I've continued to work on for years and years and continue to do is to add more patience into as one of the tools that I'd want to increase. That there are times when I trust the process and everything's going well, and there are times that I become impatient about not necessarily the result, but how we would want our teams to play. And then at certain ages having unrealistic expectations or an impatience for us to play in a certain way. So I would certainly want to be a little bit more patient in terms of allowing the process just to be more organic. So, you?
Great answers. Do you know what? I am a huge fan of technology. I like to think I'm patient. But one area that I know that I could improve upon is being able to communicate more directly with players. Sometimes delivering the news they need to hear rather than the stuff they want to hear. I think it's important that players understand their position in the team, what the expectations are of them, and that sometimes requires important conversations that can be at times difficult. So I think the ability to communicate more directly, and that doesn't mean in a way that's harsh or a way that's cruel, it's in a way that's honest. And I think sometimes I revert to letting them feel what they feel and telling them what they want to hear rather than giving them the answers they need to become better players and better people.
Yeah, and it's really interesting that I've been listening to a lot of footballers recently, like whether they be on podcasts different mediums. And one of the things that came across to some of the players was that the managers they respected the most wasn't the manager that told them, hey, you're doing great, or being dishonest with them. They just wanted an honesty with them. And by the way, if I'm not in your plans or I'm not playing well enough, then please tell me, and what do I need to do in order to improve, rather than just telling players what they want to hear. Because I think those are really important conversations.
Absolutely. Paul, in your experiences, did you have any coaches that provided you that direct information you needed to improve?
Yeah, honestly, I'd say the pair of Dutch coaches that I had at FC Edmonton. I think I learned the most about just the higher level of football in those 2 years that I had Dwight and Hans at FC Edmonton. I think my game jumped a fair amount in that short period of time, just because they were so methodical with how they wanted myself to play. So I think probably those two.
Excellent. Obviously, we'd be remiss if we didn't touch on the pandemic and how COVID-19 has impacted team sport. That's a given. But what lessons are you guys learning through the challenges that are being presented? Dave?
I guess the lesson I'm learning the most is that number one is how connected we all are as a sport and as a community. It's so, our interactions, and I can talk specifically about the players that I have interactions with. Obviously, one of my main areas of responsibility is to oversee our grassroots program, and I also oversee all of our programs up to under 12, but I also coach specifically 2011 players. And I remember feeling this last week. I felt really kind of down about that, and I started to think about why I was feeling that way, and I think it was just the lack of connection and communication with the boys. And so what I've done is I've set up for this weekend is set up one-to-one Zoom call meetings with the boys, and we're going to talk, and it doesn't have to be about the sport for me. It's just a chance to check in with them, see how they're doing, an opportunity to be connected with each other. But also what I've learned through our current situation is what we're capable of, and how our ability to reach people and to provide different things and to be enthusiastic and look at the things that are possible in the way that we can deliver to people. And my new favorite expression, as these guys know, is post-pandemic. So hey, when post-pandemic, and I'm looking at some of the things that we're going to carry forward post-pandemic, and some exciting opportunities like this for us to be able to connect with people on a much bigger scale.
Paul?
Yeah, I'd agree with Dave. Just the connections and how important sport in general is to young adolescent athletes. We've shown that. Well, I can speak to the team that I coach. I know those boys are missing soccer, but they're missing the connections that they have with the coaches, with the other players. I have weekly Zoom practices and meetings with those teams, or with that team that I'm coaching, and everyone just gets on the call, and we usually give a little bit of time to have some banter after, because that's what they miss. They just miss being around, having conversations, talking football, not talking football, talking video games, whatever it is. So one of the biggest lessons is just to value those relationships and nurture those relationships, because honestly those are the biggest part of sport for me. I know as a kid growing up, that was one of the biggest positives of sport for me, was the connections. I still have 10 of my best friends in Calgary are the kids that I grew up. I started playing with at 12 and played with till I was 18. Some of those guys are my best friends still. So those connections will last a lifetime outside of soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just riffing on the same theme. I'm not necessarily missing out on trophies or medals or game-winning goals. What I'm missing is the sense of community that the sport provides, that our club provides. It was great, getting games back in here with our with EMSA, our parent association, and seeing Saints playing against Warriors, and seeing selects getting a game against Sting. But more important than the outcome of those games was the fact that kids were healthy, happy, competing, being challenged. And that's what has been such a challenge. And I just want to continuously remind our coaches that when we get, as Dave says, post-pandemic, let's make it about the journey, as cliched as that is, and a little bit less about who won today. Let's win in different ways. And that's what, for me, 2020 is going to constantly remind me of. We talked about challenges. When we get to, as Dave says, post-pandemic, we're getting him a T-shirt that will say post-pandemic.
Hashtag post-pandemic.
And on the back, it'll say 21, because that'll be the new year. When we get there, how are we going to take advantage of what the opportunities look like next year? Dave, what opportunities are you looking forward to? What do you want to tackle?
Yeah, I think this is one of the most exciting things. Ever since I learned about this when I was taking the children's license last year, and the incredible opportunity of running the Skill Center, I think it's quite interesting that you had just referenced about not about winning, about understanding and trusting the process and that kind of thing. And our Skill Center is definitely the opportunity that I'm most looking forward to. So the opportunity for us to create a player-centered environment that is focused on players' needs is most exciting for me. The game continues to amaze me and thrill me and challenge me in so many different ways. And this will definitely be the thing that I think that will transform soccer within our country, is having skill center, having players challenged at a level that's appropriate for them, having the ability for us to move players based on what their needs are as opposed to what the structure is of the league. So I'm really excited about the skill center. I know our club generally is very excited about this opportunity and how this is going to feed into the culture and what we create.
So on that, Dave, for some people watching that may not have, because sometimes I don't know if I have a really good grasp of what the skill center is and what opportunities it presents. In an elevator pitch, 60 seconds or less, if you were going up to the 27th floor with somebody and they said, hey, what about the skill center? What would you say to them?
The Skill Center is a program that is going to allow teams to compete against teams of like ability. And it could be players that are a little bit younger, that are earlier developers playing against older players because that challenge is appropriate for them. And it could also be about older players playing against younger players because maybe physically they haven't developed yet. And what we want to do is we want to be able to have a competitive environment that allows players to compete at a level that's appropriate for them. And I know that you had referenced this, and pardon me for bringing out a hockey reference, but you know how so many hockey programs, how they're continually moving, and basically their ideal is to have a tie in a lot of ways. And what we want to do is we want to have players that compete against players that will challenge them. And we don't want players that are over and above their level or under and above their level. Like, those would be really important pieces for us to make sure that we continue to strive towards player-centered programming. So,
Paul, how about you?
I'm looking forward to the AYSL kicking off. So just like Dave, the area that I live in within the club is the PDP program, so the Player Development Program. So we're trying to get the AYSL going. It was supposed to start this past summer, but obviously with the global pandemic, it was put on hold. But to get the AYSL going, we've got 4 PDP teams going this season. So hopefully getting them into league play so that they have a chance to show what honestly they've been working on for the past. When the league kicks off, it's probably going to be 16 months since they've been in the player development program. So to have them in a league against high performance teams from around Alberta is going to be it's going to be awesome to see.
Well, thank you very much, coaches. It's always fun to get together and enjoy a bit of football banter.
Hi everyone, we are back and I'm here with you to do, well, I'm not going to do the workout, but I'm here with you to go through a nice workout with you tonight. So my 2007 girls, the team that I coach, they came up with, or they told me about a game called Coin Flip Workout. So I decided that why not switch it up, and I'm going to do that with you girls and boys tonight. All right, so if we can just see the board. There we go. So the way the game works is I have a coin. All right, I'm going to flip the coin, and if I get heads, you're going to do some of the easier exercises. All right, so if I do heads, you'll do jumping jacks for the first one, and if it's tails, you're going to do mountain climbers. I have wonderful Amelie with me today, and she's actually going to be the one that does this workout. So she will give you a little bit of a demo before you have to do it, just in case you're unaware of what the exercise is, and then you'll have 30 seconds to do it, and then 30 seconds off. So during the 30 seconds off, I'll flip the coin, and will do the demonstration. All right, hi thanks for being with us. All right, we are going to get started right away. So the first flip, all right, let's see if I can do this. Okay, first flip is heads. So we're starting off easy, jumping jacks, 30 seconds. And 30 seconds on the board. Come on. 30 seconds on the board. All right, and go. There we go. There's the 30 seconds. All right, good. Work, work, work. Come on, we want that heart rate up. A little bit faster. There we go. Is one of the fittest players I know, which is why I picked her, and I'm going to challenge her. All right, keep going. 6 seconds. All right, and time. Perfect. So 30 seconds for me to flip. All right, the next one is tails. So we're going to go into fast speed. Can you do a demo? Little fast speed. Oh my gosh, faster than that. We want to pump those arms. We want to pump. There we go. Faster, faster, faster. Come on. You got to be a good example for those U9, U10s. All right, for 30 seconds and go. Faster on, faster on, faster. We're trying to get your heart rate going. At that pace, it's not going to get going. Come on. For those of you at home, especially if you're younger, is a U19 player. Can you do better than Amelie? Can you go faster than Amelie? Because I know Amelie could go faster than this. There we go. There you go. Keep going. 2 seconds. And time. All right, next one. Tails again. So tails is high knees. High knees. Can do a quick demo. All right, perfect. All right, so that one's pretty simple. All right, just get those knees nice and high, and go. Good work, good work. Can we pump those arms? Good, good, good. That's it. You're more than halfway done. This exercise, not the workout. Keep going, 5 seconds. All right, time. Do another flip. Okay, this one's a head, so we're gonna do sergeant. All right, so so nice and little, and then we get big. Awesome, that's a great demo. For those of you at home, if you want to make it even more fun, you just got to yell, "I'm a star." I know Amelie's going to do it at home. All right, so the rest of you should as well. Let's go, 30 seconds. Let's go, Mom. There we go. Good. So you see, she gets nice and small into a little ball, and then big start. There we go. Good. Dog wants to join in too. Great. My dog's ears have just popped up and was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And time. All right, ready for a flip? Okay, my flips aren't very good. I need to there we go, that was a good one. Tails. All right, so for this one, we're going to do squat jumps. Wonderful exercise. All right, show them a squat jump. So again, she explodes up, tries to get nice and high, and then back down. All right, and go. Good work, good work. You see how knees, they're not going in, they're staying nice and even. All right. Good work, keep going at home. Can we get more than Amelie? Try and get more squat jumps than Amelie, let's go. And time. Okay, next flip. Oh, that was a good flip. Okay, heads. So, heads, we are going to do, all right, we're going to do a plank. All right, so for this, you can show them the plank on the forearms or just on your hands. So your choice, just show them both and then they can choose. Yeah, go ahead. All right, so that's a forearm plank. So again, her body's nice and flat, or you can go up on your hands. Same thing. All right, we want to keep our body nice and flat from head to toe. And 30 seconds, go. So then, and time. Good job. All right. This one is tails. So we are going into tuck jumps. Tuck jumps are a hard one, but they're effective. So show us a tuck jump. More than one. Show us tuck jumps. I need to take a break before the 30 seconds. Just take that break. That's okay. Okay. Head. So for this one, we are going to do calf raises. All right, this one's a pretty easy one, giving you a break after tuck jump. Show us the calf raise. Perfect. So again, she just up on her tippy toes and then back down. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. Go. Good work, good work. You should be sweating. Is. Keep going, keep going. And time. Almost lost our coin. Okay, Ready? All right, we got tails, so we got a tough one. Actually, it's not too bad. So for this one, it is a tricep dip. So Amelie, can you show us this one? All right, so there's a few ways to do this. You can have your knees bent like Amelie. All right, and again, she's just bending her arms a little bit, letting her butt drop down, and then pushing her up. Want to challenge yourself. There's a lot of different options. It just depends on your age and your ability. Okay, ready? Okay, we got heads. So for heads, we are going to move into, let's see. Where am I at?
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter.
So you picked the worst London team. There's
So-
a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
All right, we are back and we are going to get right into our workout. So the next set of exercises, we do heads, we're going to go to Russian twists. If we do tails, we are going to go to bicycle crunches. All right, so are you ready? So enthusiastic. All right, tails. All right, so we're going to go into bicycle crunches. Can you show us how those are done? So opposite elbow to opposite. Yeah, there we go. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Good. Perfect. 30 seconds and go. Good work. Good work. Keep going. So again, there's the option to go quick like on. All right, working those abs. If you go slow, you're still gonna get a workout. It'll just be a little bit different. All right, sometimes slow is actually harder. Keep going, 2 seconds. All right, time. Next one, options are head, side plank. Tails is going to be plank shoulders now. We have head, so we're going to go to side plank. For this one, will be 15 seconds on one side, 15 seconds on the other. Again, you can either go on your hand or on your forearm, whatever you feel is more comfortable. So can you show us feet? So this is from the forearm. All right, and then if she wants to go up on her hand, that's another option. Okay, so as you see, her hips are not sinking down. She pushes her hips towards the sky. All right, that is what we want to see. You'll get a much better workout doing it that way. And then 30 seconds, go. Good work, hold that. Push those hips towards the sky. We're halfway there, switch sides. This is the best. I love this. Dogs make workouts so much better. All right, time. You could honestly keep her there. I like it. Okay, our next options. Head is crunches. Tails is bird dog. All right. All right, we got heads. So we are going to do the crunches. All right, 30 seconds. Actually, show them a crunch just in case they're not aware of how to do it. So again, little crunches. You don't go all the way up. If you go all the way up, that's a sit-up. Just go enough so you can feel your abs contract. All right, and then back down. 30 seconds and go. Good work, good work. And don't use those arms to pull yourself up, all right? They're just there comfortably behind your head. But they're not actually helping you. Good, you can feel this in your abs. Good work, on, push it. Get a few more in, 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so our next one, we have the airplane or frog jump. So airplane is heads, frog jump is tails, and we have heads. So we're going to do the airplane. Amelie is going to show you the airplane. So then she's going to balance on one foot, the other foot's going to go back. All right, and she's going to try and balance. So this one is a test of your balance for sure. It's not always easy depending on how your balance is. So again, just show us, just do your best, try and balance. Okay, and when you do it, if you can lean a little, you're such a dancer, you lean a little bit forward. So your whole body is like a flat plank, like this. If you can do that, again, it's challenging, and we just want to hold it. Okay, so for this one, when you do it, can you hold it for at least 5 seconds before you switch sides. So we'll hold for 5 seconds, just so we really test the balance. That's awesome. And then we'll switch. Okay, so you guys can do it on your own time, but try and hold it for, again, at least 3 to 5 seconds. And go. So again, balance is important in soccer and just really in general important in life. Okay, we want to get that balance under control. And again, it's not always going to be perfect. That's okay. When I do this, I follow it a bit all the time. Just go back and try again and try again. We got 2 seconds. All right, perfect. So originally I was just gonna go through this once, but I don't feel like it's that difficult if we only go through it once. So we're gonna go through it again. All right, the last 4 exercises are cool down exercises. So we're not gonna do those quite yet. We'll do those at the end. All right, so we're gonna go all the way up to the top. We're gonna go through it one more time and then we will finish with our cool down exercises. All right, Mom doesn't look tired, so we're gonna count her. And hopefully we get a few more tails and get some of the harder exercises in. All right. Oh my God, of course it's heads. All right, we're doing jumping jacks, let's go. 30 seconds, you already know what to do, go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're actually going to amp these up to 45 seconds because it's just not hard enough. Keep going on, good work. And time. Okay, so for the next exercises, 45 seconds on the board. I like that. All right, let's challenge you. So we have fast feet or jog in place. Ready? We have, oh no, it's jog in place. Okay, jog in place, but jog quickly. All right, quickly, quickly, quickly. Let's go. 45 seconds. Fast, fast, fast. I know, Mom can jog faster than that. I'll say run in place, not jog. That means you can go faster. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You got 20 seconds. You can pick it up. Good work. You can raise those knees a little bit. There we go. And 1 second and time. Okay, butt kicks or high knees. Okay, we're doing high knees. This one you can push yourself. Go faster, knees higher. All right, 45 seconds, go. Really pump those arms. Come on, faster, faster, faster. I know you're not tired. I know you're fit. So push yourself, please. You gotta show all the young kids in the club what it takes to be a U19 Scottish soccer player. All right, you don't have them laughing at you. 20 seconds. If you're at home now and you're younger, come on, show how it's done. Show her what it takes. You got 5 seconds. And time. All right, our next options. We got star jumps or burpees. All right, we're doing burpees. I like it. 45 seconds of burpees. This might get your heart pumping. Can you just show us a burpee with a push-up? All right, and then show us one without a push-up. Okay, Okay, so you have two options. You can either do the push-up in between or not. All right, I suggest, at least for the beginning, do it with the push-up. If you get too tired and your technique is getting poor, then you can switch to no push-up. All right, 45 seconds on the board and go. We want that push-up in there because, yes, soccer uses your legs a lot, but you also need some strong arms, all right? You need to be able to hold, you need to be able to shield the ball, you need to be able to hold other players off of you, all right? You're going to play some aggressive teams, and you have to be able to hold your own. You have to be able to deal with it. So let's get those arms nice and strong. Keep going. You're almost there. Push through it. You got less than 10 seconds. You're doing great. Keep going. You're almost there, and time. All right, really good work. I know that one is tiring. I'm actually glad we finally got that one. Okay, for our next options, we have squat jumps or lunges. And we are going to do lunges. All right, we got heads, lunges it is. Can you just show us, there's a few different types of lunges. You can lunge forward. Actually, let's do this one. All right, we did this one yesterday. Lunge forward, then lunge back with the same leg. So she's gonna lunge forward, then she's gonna lunge back. Yeah, just step back. If you have enough space. If you don't, simply just go forward, and that's fine. Yeah, you don't have a ton of space, so it's okay if you just go forward. If you do have the space, definitely go forward and backwards. I'll let you know when you get to halfway and you can switch legs. And go. Remember, we're trying to get 90-degree angles in the front and the back. Good work. You can even step out a tiny bit more if you want. There we go. Good job. Let's switch legs. I was in La La Land. All right, keep going, keep going. You got 10 seconds. Go a little bit faster for this leg because we can switch in time. All right, that is it. So next option, we got a squat hold. That will be heads, or we have tuck jumps. I know Alma wants to do tuck jumps again because those are her favorite. And Alma gets to do tuck jumps again. All right, so let's do it. You know what to do. You've seen it before. We're gonna go for 45 seconds and go. So again, the most important thing is that you are doing these exercises correctly. So if you get so tired not doing them properly, take a little break, shake your legs out, all right, and then get back into it. We'd rather you do that than do 45 seconds or a minute or however long, all right, improperly, than doing it for 30 seconds or 15 seconds properly. So it's okay to take a little break, it's okay to shake your legs out. This one is definitely a tougher exercise, all right, but push through it, you can do it. And time. Good work, Okay, next one, we got calf raises if it's heads, plank jacks for tails. So we got tails. So we are going to do plank jacks. You guys haven't seen this one yet, so if you just get in a plank, and then when she's in a plank, for this one, I feel like actually you can do it either way. You can either do it on your forearms or on your hands, your choice. Then you're just gonna step your feet or jump your feet out and back in. So while you're in a plank, you're just stepping them out and back in. That is a plank jack. Okay. If again that becomes too complicated, not complicated, it's not very complicated, but if that becomes too difficult, just go into a plank, okay? 45 seconds and go. So again, when you're doing this, we really need to engage our abs. We want to protect our back. We do not want any injuries. If you feel any pain at any time throughout this workout, stop. All right, stop the exercise, modify the exercise if you know of a modification. All right, if you have no idea of a modification, just stop. Wait till the next one. I want everyone healthy for when we can get back on the field because it's been too long. All right, 9 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Let's go, almost there. You're gonna have abs and steel. All right, for this next one, we are either gonna do a bridge march if it's heads or tricep dips if it's heels. All right, it's heads, we're gonna do the bridge march. So we haven't seen this one yet. So honestly, you can just get on your back. All right, good. So again, as you can see, arms, ankles, and knees. All right, her knees are right above her ankles, and she is just lifting. All right, her knee up towards her chest and back down, or up towards the air, up towards the ceiling, and back down. All right, so arms to show us one more time. She lifts her butt off the ground. All right, and then she just slowly doing a little bridge march. Perfect. You can either put your hands to your side. So if you just put your hands on the ground to your side, this will be easier. So if you still feel like you're wiggling back and forth, definitely put your arms down. If you feel like you're on a challenge, you can put your arms across your chest or on your stomach. It'll be a little bit harder. All right, 45 seconds, go. Keep going, keep going. I'll give you a water break after this. You have some incentive. You have 30 seconds. You're more than halfway done. You get a water break, you finish the last half, and then you feel accomplished, you feel good, you got those adrenaline going. You'll have a great rest of your night. 6 seconds. And time. All right, everyone take a quick break, grab a drink of water. All right, and we will be back soon.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones financial advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or unforeseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all, impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Okay, so as I said, you are almost done. We have 4 exercises, actual workout exercises, and then we have 4 cool down exercises left, and that is it. When you're done, and you can enjoy the rest of your night. So we'll get right into it. I will flip the coin for Russian twists or bicycle crunches. All right, heads. So, Russian twist. We haven't done this one yet. If you can show us. So again, just on our butt, she's gonna lift those legs off of the floor and just side to side. Perfect, awesome. So 45 seconds and go. If you really want to make this more difficult, you could grab something heavy. You know, if you're going to do this video again, if you're hardcore, I hope you are. If you're hardcore, you're going to do this again. You could grab a weight. You could grab two cans of food in both hands. You could grab, you know, anything with weight will help, and you want to feel it a little bit more in those abs. You got 13 seconds. 13 going. And time. All right, next one. So heads is side plank, tails is plank, shoulder tap, and we got tails. So for this one, plank shoulder tap, you're gonna go on your hands, not your forearms. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna tap the opposite shoulder, exactly. So just opposite, good. And as hard as it is, try not to wiggle back and forth. I know it's hard, all right? But do your best. Again, engage those abs. Really try not to wiggle too much. And let's go for 45 seconds. Those abs will be burning. Good work, And again, we don't want the butt too high in the air. We don't want the butt sinking down. We just want it nice and in line with our body from our head to our heels. Keep working at home. We are almost done. We're on the home stretch. Just a few exercises left. And then we will cool down. 10 seconds. Good work. Keep going up there. And time. Okay, our next two are focus for heads and bird dogs for tails. Oh my gosh. We got tails. We're gonna do bird dog. So for this one, you'll go on all fours. All right, and you're just gonna reach out your opposite arm, opposite leg. So your arm will go forward, leg will go back. And for this one, you're just gonna alternate. So there's two options. You can alternate. So again, to your right arm and left leg, then your left arm and right leg. So on to that one. So good. And then once she goes down, she switches. Yeah. So that's one option. The other one, you can just do one leg at a time, and then halfway through you can switch. So completely up to you. If you want a bit of an ab exercise, when you bring your arm out and your leg out, just show us that for now. And then if you crunch it all the way into your center, so your arm and your leg into your center, so you'll bend your knee, you'll bend your arm. Yes, you will feel it in your abs. So that would be the most challenging one for those advanced worker outers. All right. So 45 seconds and I think Om is like an advanced worker outer, so she can probably I enjoy this too much with you. You're just so fun to have some banter with. Yep. You can say hi. Good work. Halfway if you want to switch. Again, you will feel this in your abs. Good job. And again, we want to keep our balance for this one. We want to keep our back flat. And time. Okay, this is the last workout exercise before we get into our cool down. So, we have heads, which is the airplane. Let's get into the airplane again. So for this one, another option, if you want to hold it even longer, you could hold it for 10 seconds and then switch. All right, that will be challenging. You could hold it for half the time and then switch. All right, I will leave it up to you. Let's go. 45 seconds, last exercise. And then we got our cool down. Try and get your torso a little bit lower. We want it parallel to the ground. There we go. All right, so for those of you that do yoga out there, this is one of the exercises that they do. All right, if you want, you can even put your hands down towards your sides. That's another way to do the airplane. Really be creative, whatever you feel. You just want to keep that back flat. And we are almost done. Okay, you survived. Good work. So last 4 exercises are cool down exercises. Okay. So we have tails, which is going to be toe touches. So for this one, you're going to reach down. If you just spread your legs a little bit wider. All right, and we're just gonna reach down opposite hand to opposite foot. Go ahead, and then you alternate. Yeah, opposite foot. Good, and just continue. All right, 45 seconds. You'll feel a bit of a stretch in the hamstring, the back side of your leg. Go ahead. If you can't quite touch your toes, it's okay for you to widen your stance. If you widen your stance, you'll be a little bit closer to the ground, and it might be easier. Good, we only got 20 seconds left. Mom actually did gymnastics when she was younger, so she might be a little bit more flexible than the rest of us. So if you can't do it quite as easily as Emily, that's okay. Just reach towards your feet. And time. All right, 3 exercises left. We got tails, and tails is going to be leg kick. All right, so again, opposite hand to opposite foot, and you're just kicking out. Leg kick. So just kick out opposite hand to opposite foot. Yeah, exactly. All right, 45 seconds and go. Again, you will feel this. All right, your hamstring. Again, you probably won't be able to kick it by his arm. I definitely cannot. Especially, if you're an older male on this show, maybe you're like 16, your flexibility might not be that good. It's okay, we'll work on it, but honestly, I don't even know how you do this. Maybe you were like a dancer in your past life. 7 seconds. Remember, reach that opposite hand, opposite foot. Don't go too high that your hamstring is hurting. And time. Okay, 2 left. That one didn't even flip. Hold on. There we go. All right, we got heads, and we're gonna do standing quad stretch. All right, so you're just gonna bring your leg back behind you like you're doing a butt kick. All right, and that is it. If you don't feel a stretch, you can push your hips a little bit forward. All right, and you will feel it. 45 seconds and go. We'll do half on one side, half on the other. This is also going to work on your balance. If you struggle with your balance, just find a spot to stare at. So you could find a spot on your wall, on your floor, a water bottle, anything like that, and that will help you keep your balance. You can also put your arm out. That will help. Let's switch sides. And we just have one last cool down exercise and we are done. 5 seconds. And time. All right, so Options for our last exercise: head is going to be butterfly, tails is going to be standing pigeon. Great names, right? So we are going to do tails, which is the standing pigeon. The way this works is you're going to put the outside of your foot on the opposite side of your other leg. Yes, this one. All right, just like that. And then you're just going to sit down a little bit so you can feel a stretch in your opposite hip. All right. So again, we'll do one side for 2 seconds, the other side for 22 seconds, and go. So again, you'll feel a nice stretch. You should feel a nice stretch in that hip. All right, good. Just make sure you flex that foot. So flex that foot on. There we go. This protects your knee a little bit more. And to sides. Again, this is another balance challenge. If you fall out of it, just go back into it. No worries at all. You got 10 seconds. Almost there. And time. Okay, well, thank you so much all for joining us today. Thank you for going through that workout. I am very happy that I did not have to do it. I tried enough in ball mastery today, so definitely appreciate it. And we have ball mastery again next week, workouts again next week, so stay tuned to FitBud TV, and we will continue doing this until we are back on the field. Guarantee that our players are ready. All right, thanks, and everyone have a good night.